Saying that the grass is green is kind of like saying that no one is perfect. It is a given statement that doesn't need much explanation. We are flawed humans, and so are large corporations like Microsoft. This video will explain one of their biggest mess-ups that this tech giant has made. And it's one that they really want you to forget about. There might be a video in the future about the biggest mistake another tech company has made. Cough cough, Samsung Galaxy Note 7. But I will save that for another video. Microsoft made a large uh-oh with the Windows Phone. Calling this piece of crap a massive failure would be an understatement. On October 21st, 2010, Microsoft unveiled their new shiny endeavor. Of course, Windows phones made by Microsoft weren't brand new. Microsoft had made Microsoft Pocket PC. It just wasn't a big priority for the company, and the huge spotlight of attention wasn't put on the new Pocket PC at the time. But Windows Phone 7 was the first mobile OS that they actually pushed and put lots of publicity on. It seemed like a priority for them. Windows Phone 7, however, was more of a preview test for Windows Phone 8. They were trying to see if the world of phones would accept them or reject them. It didn't look so good, so Microsoft released Windows Phone 8 anyway. And I have to say, Windows Phone 8 was kind of interesting. In some ways, it was spectacular. And we will go over that in just a second. But there are also some aspects of Windows Phone 8 that led to less profit and engagement for Microsoft. You see, I made a video about how Windows 8 wasn't actually that bad, and it was released a couple of weeks ago. You should definitely go watch it. And when I was making that video, I forgot to include the section about Windows phones and their compatibility with Windows 8. Microsoft made Windows 8 and Windows phones to have almost exactly the same design. Everything you did on Windows Phone was synced to Windows 8 and vice versa. So say you're on your PC and you make a note on the Notes app. If you were to take out your handy old Windows Phone, the same note would be visible. Of course, Windows 8 is marked down consistently as the worst operating system ever. As far as the decision to make both of the interfaces the same, I'm not going to comment on that. But one thing I will say is that the phone UI was amazing. It looked clean, and the apps on your phone can show you information without the app even being open. If you organized it correctly, it would look amazing. And yes, widgets on iOS and Android do the same thing as the home screen layout did back in Windows 8. But the way that Microsoft did it was so clean and crisp. It was done better than both of those other platforms, and they should learn a thing or two. This is why I'm glad that the tech community has so many different companies constantly creating and improving on each other's designs. It keeps new innovation flowing and more tech advancements coming. It's important to society not to settle for anything, but to keep going. And I believe that is why the world is as technologically advanced as we are. Almost everything about Windows Phone is amazing. Almost. And the parts that were just good enough for the acceptance of the phone just happened to be the parts that mattered the most and were crucial to the phone's acceptance and love. And I think this is where Microsoft went wrong. Everything was great for Windows Phone except for a few things. iOS and Android both feature social media and are made to be addictive. Literally. Social media algorithms learn you, and they change to give you what will keep you on their platform for longer. They're taking advantage of you and your time. But Windows Phone was built from the ground up for productivity and not time-wasting junk like social media. Meaning social media was not pushed or suggested. As much as I love that these phones were not made to be addictive, there are a lot of people who live on social media and can't let it go. And this was one small factor to the rejection of the Windows Phone series. Another reason that the Windows phones did not get accepted in the community was because the software support was horrible. Because Windows Phone had so little users, developers thought that spending the time to develop new versions of their programs for Windows Phone would be a waste of time, simply because of the lack of users. And the users didn't want to switch because of the lack of software support. Essentially, Windows Phone was trapped in a death loop, and it was unable to escape. Since the phone had no users, no developers made new versions of their app for Windows Phone, and no matter how much help Microsoft tries to give it, they couldn't save it. Additionally, for the few apps that were developed for the platform, the apps were often of low quality and had less features compared to their iOS and Android counterparts. They were garbage compared to the other apps on the other operating systems. This is not a joke. People have literally found working Windows phones in their trash cans. And I think that's a lesson that Microsoft can learn from this. No matter how much work you put into something, it won't do anything if no one helps you out. And I think that's difficult for a massive company with so much money like them to grasp. The only reason Microsoft failed to succeed in the phone market is because they were too late. And in the tech market, if you're late, it would be better if you didn't even show up, because if you're not first, you're often last. And who wants to lose as colossal of an investment as Microsoft did just because they weren't there first? Not me. Windows Phone didn't fail because it was bad. It failed because it was late to the party and no one was willing to make a move to the new platform. Now that Microsoft has ended support for Windows Phone forever and it is officially dead, I never thought that I would feel sorry for a tech giant, but I'm sad to see that it never took off. After seeing all the work that they put into it, I really feel sorry that it didn't take off. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. This video took a lot of effort to bring together and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.